Aloha, this is Doña, and I proceed my tutorial from last week about Spanish style improvising and improvising your free play and use your knowledge and experiences, what you've learned in the past. Otherwise, we do some kind of repetition. I'm Doña, your ukelista who proves you some nice, sweet and tasty ukulele tutorials. So let's do a tiny example. Okay, a tiny example with a little motorcycle background sounding because it's summertime and I can't sweat here in my apartment. So I play with an open window and side acoustic anyway. So this is a tiny example what we've learned in the last weeks and months, and I combined everything. I did finger picking. I did the E minor scale, but also the G major scale. Because E minor is the same like G major. So E minor is the sixth key of the G major scale, and if you turn it around and start it from the E, you have an E minor, and when you start from the first key, you have the G major. So G major is more delightful, friendly, and E minor is more mellow, and so you can pick and mix the keys and the notes and play and improvise and light up your own playing. So I want you to improvise the things which were in your brain and also in your fingers. So you realize that I was stucking and thinking because I do not practice that often the knowledge I have. And the knowledge is not in the first second around and says to my brain and my muscle memory, do this right now because I have to count, I have to think. But I want us all to get better and improvise that shit. Okie dokie. So I explain a little bit what I've done, but I don't want tiny mini-me's about me. There's enough bullshit I produce so you don't have to copy me. But I want to force you to do something like me to improvise your playing style. So if you want, I can close up a little bit more the ukulele. In the first part, I played in the first layers. Oops. I have to change a little bit the position that you see more the headstock. Here we go. I played E minor, B7, A minor, C6, okay, up here. And I started with a finger picking pattern. You can do whatever you want. 4, 2, 3, 1. Or inside, outside, whatever. I played 16 notes and I played 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. And so on. Try the picking pattern you love. And I played with dynamics. So the last B7 I played, I slowed down and tried to change a little bit the mood. Played smoothly the chord, and then I started the G major scale from the B and put hammer-ons, slides inside, all the things we studied in the past, to improvise a little bit around the key of B. Whatever you want. The G major scale is up here. It's the same like the C major on the standard UK. Okie dokie. And the E minor scale is up here. Here you can also improvise. And I mixed it also with the rumba flamenco strum. Down, up, mute, up, down, up. Okay? Okie dokie, and I hopped on the E or on the C. Anyway, I did noodle around and started improvising and playing around the chords and did my own chord melody. But what is important, and most of the time on the E minor, because this is how our progression is built. So here we are. So I want you to do a tiny example, and I don't show up the perfect keys and notes because I want you to think about what you've learned, to overread your PDFs, all your notes and what everything you've done and made in the past. Practice the E minor, the G major scale, practice finger picking patterns, practice hammer-ons and pull-offs and slide, and combine that shit in that tiny piece we developed since the last week. So enjoy it and be surprised, there will be some big changes since next week I show you a little intro. Love you.